Hello, everybody. Welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're all remembering to take care of yourselves and that you're all having a great day. Once again, we find ourselves... Oh, first of all, I forgot. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. I make videos every single day and have been doing so since 2016, which sounds insane when I say it out loud. Thank you to everyone who leaves a like and everyone who comments every single video as well. We are once again in the midst of things. Yeah. So the cryptocurrency market is... all I can say is that it's in some kind of a transitory period. If you've missed the last couple of videos, the optimism is quite high for the space. Analysts across the board are probably some of the few only people who are not remotely negative constantly on the market. Every analyst has been saying, and they believe that by the end of this month, we will either be really well above a brand new all-time high and or entering into Q2, quarter two of the financial year, where we are going to potentially see a gigantic run-up in all the markets. This is the current speculation that's being thrown out there by analysts across the board as... the tariffs don't look tariffy. Even if we keep getting a new one, they get rolled back. It looks like inflation is going to continue to be a thing. We just got the inflation numbers from the United States being lower than expected. However, we know that money printing is going to resume very soon, as well as the Fed potentially lowering interest rates, or this seems to be the one of the driving factors for a lot of things right now. On top of that, if you haven't been paying attention to the last couple of videos, I know I keep saying it, it's because there's a lot happening every single day. We have news, indications, speculations that the strategic reserve for crypto within the United States is going to kick off soon. Or today, or tomorrow, or next week. The time frame sounds like a joke. It's not. A number of analysts have come forward and said, and then one in particular that we went over, that they think that the reserve is going to happen now, basically. And that we're going to start hearing the news of how much the U.S. bought, and Cynthia Lummis has also reintroduced a bill as well. A lot going on. Always at the exact same time. On top of that as well, after Donald Trump announced that Bitcoin is going to be at the heart of a national strategic crypto reserve, Standard Chartered Bank's head of digital asset research, his name is Jeff Kendrick, hearing about him again, stated that he is now refocusing on his $500,000 Bitcoin price target. If you were not here in the long ago last year, the expectations for this year from every analyst except for three, the other three, if you missed it, think that Bitcoin this year is going to $250,000. Every other analyst believes that this year we're going to $500,000, and the people at the very top of the charts, the Samson Mows, the other guy who runs Blockstream, and Third Person, all think that this year we're going to $1 million per coin. Their theories make sense, no matter how rambunctious they might actually be. Everything set up right now means that we should now be gearing up for $1 million Bitcoin. However, Everything is a bit of a mess right now, and there's no real clarity on anything in any market. I had to mention multiple times here and on Twitter as well. A lot of the misconceptions, especially days ago, were that it was just crypto that was falling. No, my friend, it's across the board. All markets are all over the place. There's optimism in that we know that quantitative easing is going to begin in the United States, potentially in Europe, and we know that it's going to happen in China. However, there's still a lot of indecisiveness when it comes to everything, and people are tepid, afraid, timid that something else might come along in the next couple of days. But the optimism in the cryptocurrency space has not really wavered. Once again, from all the analysts, all the big money people, they think that we're going to see basically really good movements up in the market this year. It's just that retail investors, a lot of them have left the market. We got news a couple of days ago about seller exhaustion. They literally have nothing left to sell, and therefore it's always the opportunity for whales to buy up all of their holdings. And the current narrative that's quite strong really has to do with what do you call it? The inflation, the Fed lowering interest rates, and QE. That's what's really driving everything right now in crypto. Yeah, another $500,000 Bitcoin price prediction. I don't have to go over the entire thing. It's basically him talking about how amazing and wonderful and glamorous and all these other things it's going to be. Other people, well, analysts, are expecting other countries to either announce very soon that they're also doing this or kind of keep it quiet so that other countries don't join in as well and buying up tons of Bitcoin. That's the Standard Chartered's $500,000 Bitcoin price target. And yeah, let's move on. Also in popular news all the time, Japanese investment firm MetaPlanet has expanded their Bitcoin treasury to 3,050 Bitcoin, worth $250 million, according to a 12th of March regulatory filing. Yes, MetaPlanet continues to make the news. They were a relatively unknown company about a year and a half ago. I mean, of course, they were known in Japan, but outside of Japan, they began to announce that they were going to start buying up Bitcoin. They started doing so. They gained popularity because they had 74 Bitcoin. MicroStrategy announced that they were going to be raising $42 billion to buy more Bitcoin. And then MetaPlanet said, hold my blockchain. And they started to basically try and do the exact same thing. They're filing debt against their own company in an effort to buy a lot of Bitcoin. And since then, I think their stock price has also done exceptionally well. We tend to see companies that announce that they're getting into Bitcoin and do continual Bitcoin purchases, their stock price also does well as well. The Tokyo-based company acquired 162 new Bitcoin for $13.3 million, further solidifying its position among corporate Bitcoin holders. And there's a chart right there. Fantastic. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. That's the MetaPlanet news. Awesome for them. They're constantly, it's almost weekly at this point that we're hearing about their Bitcoin acquisitions. I think, if I remember correctly, MetaPlanet is trying to acquire. Is it? No, wait. Hold on. Hold on. No. Yeah. Okay, I was right. They're trying to acquire, I think, 21,000 Bitcoin. I think they want 1% or something like that of all the Bitcoin that there will ever be. And I believe that they're trying to do it over the course of this year. So good luck with that. That's the MetaPlanet is in the news every single week, talking about how they bought more Bitcoin. Fantastic. Yeah. Let's move on. In seemingly never-ending news, at the time of me making this video, this is correct. because everything seems to be moving exceptionally fast. And it seems that this is going to also be moving faster as well relatively soon. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission is allegedly on the verge of ending its long-running case against Ripple, according to sources close to the development. On the 12th of March, former Fox Business journalist Eleanor Terrett said that the SEC vs. Ripple case was in the process of wrapping up. The regulator sued Ripple Labs, the company behind XRP, back in 2020. Yeah, it's a landmark case that set into motion what has become one of the longest running legal battles between the agency and a cryptocurrency company. This was started by the former head of the SEC. Can't remember this guy's name. Was it David something? I don't remember. He ran the SEC for a while. He was also a terrible human being, and that's a nice word for it. Basically launching the lawsuit against Ripple, and then basically Gary Gensler continued that lawsuit himself. This lawsuit has no real basis other than the SEC trying to make a lot of money. Over the course of the last couple of years, the SEC has garnered hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars from companies within the cryptocurrency space that they claimed were doing things illegally. And then even the real crescendo for me has constantly been the SEC asking or saying that they would drop the lawsuit against Ripple if they basically agreed to wrongdoing. We did something wrong. And then that they had to pay a $3 billion fine. And then Ripple was like, no. And they were like, okay, just give us $100 million. So it's been very gross from the very beginning. Like I said, the rumors currently are, because the SEC has been dropping lawsuits left and right against all of these companies, that Ripple's going to be next. The assumption is that, and here's the assumption, I'm giving you what it is, don't get angry or weird with me. The assumption is that because Brad Garlinghouse is working with Trump and people in the White House, that basically maybe they're waiting this long for the lawsuit because people are trying to acquire XRP before the price goes higher. And or trying to, I don't know. I've heard every single possible theory as to why it's taking so long. Sure. However, the regulator has recently ended multiple investigations and cases, including against Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini, and like 12 other companies. So people kind of assumed that Ripple would be next. But the SEC keeps announcing another company. The speculation has been that it was likely a matter of when and not if in the case of Ripple. Notably, legal experts say that the SEC's play could be a fresh slate in cases not related to fraud. One of the other ideas is basically, where is it? That they might be trying to get an actual like better settlement or settlement in general that allows Ripple a lot more space when it comes to future offerings for their products. If you know, so this isn't really just about XRP. You have to remember that that Ripple is trying to go public this year. We just got word that a number of banks, if not all, I believe the word is all, banks within the United States are now legally allowed to custody crypto and deal with cryptocurrency customers and companies. As we have this lawsuit still going on at the time of me making this video, because once again, things change. I've made stuff in the morning before, and by noon, it's like, oh, okay, something else happened. Basically, Ripple probably is like, no, we want like actual clarity to make sure that like after this is over, because we're going public. Ripple's also making have created their own stablecoin, which would probably also be used by these banks as well. Who knows what other kinds of things will come down the pipeline? We already have the beginning workings of staking for Bitcoin and Litecoin. And I assume at some point, someone's going to make staking for XRP. If you think they're not, I'm not sure what to tell you. But every other coin, even those pre-mined or those that use proof of work, are getting into staking in some capacity to secure other networks or passive income or DeFi, what have you. So yeah, when this is over, it'll actually feel like the end of an era. This market has been so insane, and there's been so much stuff like with corruption and lying and fraud and the regulators not regulating and just trying to like squeeze money out of companies and corporations instead of just giving rules and regulations so we didn't have to still deal with this. This should have been over with in 2017. This should have never even been a complete discussion. However, it still is. And expectations are that things are only going to get better from here, what have you. It also says OpenSea, Robinhood, Uniswap, Gemini, MetaMask, and Coin. Yeah, I mean, the SEC is like left and right actually making sure that all these things kind of end. It's just kind of a, let's get it over with. There's so many other things to deal with in the world and in finance and in crypto. To still have a conversation like this is like, oh boy, is this also the same thing? Nope, but it's very, very close. Yeah, so that's the Ripple news that we have right now. I've been seeing a lot on Twitter the last like 5 days. Really, like people are kind of adamant that this is going to be over. This is it. And one of the expectations, in case you somehow missed it, is that with this lawsuit done, there's basically no barriers for Ripple and for XRP. So this is where, if you missed it, a lot of people are expecting after this is squashed and finished, like a $10 XRP over the course of Q2, if not before Q3. That's the Ripple settlement news. Moving along. Also in the news, there was a probe focused on whether Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs and ApeCoin were securities. The US SEC has officially closed its investigation into Yuga Labs, the company behind the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs, without taking enforcement action. The announcement signals a major shift in regulatory oversight of digital assets. Yes, this is, I mean, daily. We're getting news like this all the time now. It's very nice to see. I would dare say nearly 95% of these lawsuits there was no basis behind any of them. It was just Gary Gensler. Like, can you imagine being that crazy? You're so desperate. You have nothing in your own life. No one in your office likes you. For those of you who missed that, we got news from multiple people in the CFTC and the regulatory space. No one liked Gary Gensler. Imagine being so unliked that you have to go after things that have like no, like, think of all the other like action. Think of the other financial crimes that were actually taking place on this planet over the last 7 years. And you focused on NFTs and ApeCoin? You focused on Ripple? I can't imagine the other things that actually took place. Anyway, yeah. A lot of optimism still, like I've been saying, for this brand new SEC that seems to like not be full of monsters. I don't know who these people are, but we know that, what's her name? I almost said Eva Longoria. What is Hester Pierce? I was way off. Hester Pierce is like the head of one of the new crypto committees. So I don't know how involved she is in all of this, but it's like, just stop it. It's so crazy. I don't understand, but this basically leads the way for the rest of the cryptocurrency market to try and like recover without having to worry about, like, he's a literal criminal. Like, it's really crazy. It's so crazy. All the thing. I can't imagine what crypto would be like if we didn't have to worry about Gary Gensler. Everything that he's done that has to be reversed. Anywho, yeah. Just about every day or every other day. That's not an exaggeration. We're hearing about the dropping of cases from the SEC. Apparently, there are a lot more. I don't remember the exact number, but there was a point where we were hearing, I mean, it was like 2 or 3 times a week, that there were companies in the crypto space who were getting like probes or Wells notices against them and stuff like that. No. Is the entirety of the thing done against Binance as far as like Binance and Binance? I think the whole thing is probably done. We also have Gemini. I think the people from EOS also got something. Toncoin from Telegram is also on there as well. There was another coin. I don't think Cardano got anything, but they were labeled as a security. Oh, that's also going to be something. If we get a list, which we should, if we get a list from the US SEC officially declaring like, hey, these 150 coins are not securities, like, yeah, okay. Well, that's the SEC news. Let's see what happens. Once again, I try not to get my hopes up just because of general disappointment in life, but it's also like, you know, the SEC seems to be on the right track, but I'm trying not to pat them on the back too much just in case something else crazy happens. That's still the SEC news. And yeah, let's move on. Also in popular, unpopular news, the team from Ledger, this Ledger, the thing that you put your crypto on, team from Ledger found security flaws in Trezor Safe number 3 and Trezor Safe 5 wallets, exposing users to potential remote fund theft. I'll say it to you this way. For those of you must know at this point, I have a Ledger affiliate link in the description. It's because I use Ledger. I've been using Ledger for a while. I like Ledger. It works. And yeah, I never liked Trezor because this is personal, because I saw years ago, I remember reading that they had some security flaws. So I was like, okay, I'll do something with Ledger instead. And basically, yeah. So the major news right now is that the team from Ledger literally found vulnerabilities in Trezor stuff that allegedly they did not find on their own. The microcontroller is apparently vulnerable to voltage glitching attacks, allowing hackers to modify firmware and steal private keys. Trezor's authenticator system only verifies the secure element, not the microcontroller, making firmware attacks undetectable. Yeah. Trezor's latest hardware wallets, the Safe 3 and 5, have some serious security flaws, according to a report from Ledger that was released on the 12th of March. The report said that its security research team, Ledger Donjon, found that these devices had a ton of vulnerabilities in their microcontrollers that could allow hackers to gain remote access to their funds. The flaws come despite Trezor's upgrade to a 2-chip design that includes an EAL6 Plus certified secure element. While the secure element protects pins and private keys, Ledger's report reveals that all cryptographic operations are still performed on the microcontroller, which is vulnerable to voltage glitching attacks. I don't have to read anymore. I'm pretty sure you get it. Yeah, this was very big news. There's been a constant struggle back and forth between Ledger and Trezor over the course of multiple years. I told you all back in 2018, I only use Ledger. I like Ledger. That's why there's an affiliate link. Yeah. So if you have purchased a Trezor Safe 3 and or Safe 5, contact the company as a just in case. Everyone else who's using Ledger, you're good. Continuing on. Also in popular news and unpopular news and popular news once again, it is very easy right now to kind of tell people that something is going to happen that might not actually be happening. And this is also another, I guess, word of caution, because the cryptocurrency space can sometimes be absolutely insane. MetaMask, it's what do you call it? It's a browser, internet browser wallet. The company MetaMask has issued a warning to users about deceptive token schemes, falsely claiming affiliation with the platform, emphasizing that there is currently no official MetaMask token. The people from MetaMask, I think in January, announced, I believe, that they have no intention of currently creating a coin. However, when people don't pay attention to that news, people also will pay attention to the fact that they will be making a coin. So if they say that they're not going to do it, and people post on Twitter that it's happening, people pay attention to the fact that they think that they can make a huge amount of money from a MetaMask token. So this is very similar to, I mean, it happens all the time. It's just a matter of like being well informed of what's happening. If you ever think that a company, a wallet, anything is going to be making a coin, find actual like official sources and not my friend said so on Twitter, here's a link. It doesn't make any sense. It's similar to last year when Ripple announced that they were going to be making a stable coin. And then somebody made a fake stable coin. And I think that person made a couple $100,000 or $1 million because people in crypto were rushing to buy a stable coin. Did you hear what I said? Yeah, it's always ridiculous over and over and over. MetaMask, the leading Web3 wallet provider, alerted its community on the 3rd of March about fraudulent schemes promoting non-existent MetaMask tokens. The platform stressed that any claims suggesting that the existence of a MetaMask token are false and potentially harmful. Not potentially at all, they are, because people keep trying to make up fake coins all the time. It's actually completely nuts. So no, there's not a MetaMask token. I think the people from Tether also had to recently announce that they're not making another coin because rumors were circulating that Tether was making another coin. And then the people from Tether also had to announce that they're also not making their own blockchain, like another blockchain with another coin. Because that was also a rumor going around as well. Then people were making fake coins of these, trying to basically scam people. Anywho, that's the MetaMask news. They have no intention. So if you heard otherwise, it's not happening. If it does happen, people don't launch coins. This isn't like a meme coin thing. These large corporations, they actually like take a while to launch the coin, and it's done very officially. And even more so, you won't have initial access to it. It'll first be like delved out to crypto exchanges so that you have like a proper regulated place to go get it. It won't just be some kind of an airdrop to you. I think that's going to do it for this video. I know there's a lot going on. I know there's always something happening. It's just the way that our market is. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever the heck you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and or supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.